Iboma mụrụ nze m ọzọ anyị ekene unu. Anyị sị ka ụbọchị nketa dịrị unu na mma o. Anyị sịkwa ka nke onye chiri ya zelu ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ mmiri atara m azụ anwụrụ. Anyị si ebe bele ugobere nke si ibe ya bụ na ka ngwume gịnị ka ngwukwa ya. Daalụ niile na ụmụnne m kunu si na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ. Anyị dịka anyị si gwa unu nkwa na anyị ga-ewetara unu update ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ ka ya bụ ife si ada na the United States of Biafra and also ana Igbo. Unu na anyị n'iru akwụkwọ onye na-afụ unu akwụkwọ bụ Biafran Chief of Staff and also Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. O nwere ife okwu n'iru akwụkwọ anyị chọkwa unu ga ya bụ ife. Unu ga ya bụ ife ka anyị mara ife unu chere ndị nke unu. Gbasịta maka warning o nyere ndị uwe ojii ya na ndị amị n'ebe niile United States of Biafra with a boundary. Ebe ife ka anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ ka anyị nkwuo maka ya bụ ife ka mara ife nche n'ụdị nke unu. All right, over to you.
What we were running is a government. The government of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the government of de facto, and now the government of the United States of Biafra. There was no time the Prime Minister knew that at any particular point in time, some people, some unscrupulous elements will come up with using the registration of Brigi to destroy the restoration of the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister never bargained for that, never approved that, never even thought about that. That was why around maybe February of 2023, the Prime Minister wanted some of the people that originally registered Brigi that have been fired, that he has suspended from the struggle. The Prime Minister kind of wanted to update the registration of the Biafra Republic government in exile. And what he did was to tell Ogenkere to update that information to remove some of the names that were originally in that paper, in that registration paper. And I believe that was why that March registration, something like that, which happened, probably the instruction the PM gave, somebody maybe took it to another level. I don't know. But this history is a fact. At no point in time does our PM ever think that we will have the United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic government in exile, de facto government, that people will hijack in the process, change our email passwords, hijack the government website, the Brigi website, hijack the de facto, the IPOB website. The Prime Minister never ever thought that something like this could happen. The Prime Minister never ever thought that the lobbyists that he has hired to protect the independence of the United States of Biafra will at any particular point in time start telling the Prime Minister that what he registered is Brigi. No more the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister hired the lobbyists to ensure that the United States of Biafra gets the recognition it needs all over the world by different countries. That was the original intention. But when some people believe that things are not going on their own way, they decided to work with these lobbyists who now started presenting Brigi registration instead of the whole country recognition, which the Prime Minister have mandated them to do. That is the fact of the matter. Because at no point when the Prime Minister was around that we even talk about the registration of Brigi or registration of anything. It's just like bringing up the registration of New Dimension Mandate, registration of all this. There are so many things the Prime Minister approved. That Brigi, the Prime Minister approved everything. It is not as if these individuals have authority on their own to go and register those things. We, Biafrans, approved those things through our Prime Minister. so that when these things are registered, that will help us in the process of our final declaration, and recognition all over the world. That was exactly what happened. But along the line, some mischievous individuals think that because the Prime Minister is not available, they can now hijack the registration of anything to their name. And that is why they started flying it out there. It's just a pity. It's just so sad that people that the Prime Minister trusted to do certain things for him, trusted to do certain things for the registration, for the recognition, for the realization of the independent state of Biafra, now turn that into their own private business, private property. Even the shame to talk about things like that to Biafrans is incomprehensible. Nobody can ever thought that individuals will go so far to ascribe something like Briggy, that it belongs to them. And that is exactly what this individual did, and convinced the lobbyist that the Prime Minister hired to go along the same line with them. It's just unfortunate. So to your question, miracle, something like that will never happen. And that is why the Prime Minister have mandated myself to be in charge of this nation until he joins us. There's a reason for that. There are so many things, so many registrations that were done, even so many signatories that were appended to paper. We've never had even one of them to come out to claim that they own that department or they own that organization, except this individual, Oge Nkere, with the brigade that he registered. And this Elias, the lobbyists, have come out to work with him, saying that according to him, according to the registration of brigade, that it is him, it is Oge Nkere. But it was not, I'm telling Elias, Oge Nkere was never the original person that registered brigade in America. So I need to tell the lobbyists to go and search for the original registration of brigade. It was not Oge Nkere. That means you don't even know what you are doing. You do not even have a clue. That is why some of us laugh. When you do some of these things, you say some of the things you say. Because we are not running an organization, we are running a country. So I'm telling the lobbyists to also go online and search those that registered brigade before you see Oge Nkere's name there. You're going to see Madam Azuka Nwankwo. You're going to see people like Arewa. You're going to see maybe other people. It is online. It's on public domain. So when you're making that mistake, fronting Oge Nkere as the person that registered brigade or whoever, you're making a grave mistake. But that is not where the United States of Biafra is going. We have passed that level. And those that want to remain there, they can go ahead and remain there. But we are moving forward with the United States of Biafra. So miracle, yes, that will never ever happen. Thank you so much. From today, let me know if this is on the bill. All the state administrators, all the 40 state administrators' name in Biafra land will be changed to governors. All the 40 state administrators, from today, their name will be state governors. Governors in all the 40 states of Biafra starts from today. And all the departments under each state is going to mimic the federal structure we have on the cabinet departmental heads. So while we have something like the Secretary of Education for Biafra, who is acting on the federal level to put on the structures of the Biafra Education Department, following closely with our Constitution. In the United States of Biafra, we are going to have the same position as Commissioner for Education of the state. So moving forward, all the state executives, their names are going to be moved to commissioners. The state administrators are going to be the state governors, and the different departments in the state cabinet is going to be known as the state commissioners. Starting from today, we need all that changes to be made from all the different departments and all the state governors. Honorable Uche, I don't know if we have these among the bills. If not, we'll move on.
Yes, we do. So we're posting that on the chat section.
On the chat section? Okay. Did you just post that one? On the chat section? If we add it to the 94, that gives us, hold on, go ahead. That gives us the number, and that gives us the majority of this. So thank you so much, everyone. Please stop voting. We're done with this voting. Based on the number of the yes votes to this bill, which is over 100, that signifies the majority of the cabinet members of the United States of Biafra, we hereby pass this bill into a law in the United States of Biafra. That from today, all the state administrators in the 40 states of Biafra will be called governors. All their executives that head each department will be called commissioners. And the states of Biafra will go with the first prefix of state of this, state of Egala, state of Odumegwu, state of. Thank you so much. And that becomes a law in the United States of Biafra. Thank you, everyone. Let's go to the second.
Ndị banyị ngwadalụ niile na ụmụ Igbo ka unu si wee na-esore n'iru akwụkwọ dịka ewetara unu ya bụ ozi dị oke mkpa na Eastern News 24 ka ife nwere ikwu gbasata maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile nọ n'iru akwụkwọ Biafran Deputy Prime Minister kwuru bụ Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and also the Biafran Chief of Staff ka ife nwere ikwu gbasata maka ya bụ ife drọpụrụ ife uche n'ụdị nke n'iru akwụkwọ ka ebesia n'ụmụ Igbo